Thank you, Presiding Officer. And I should start by declaring a relevant interest. The National Farmers Union provide me with Scottish Farmer Leader at no cost. The cover price is £3.50. Thank you very much, National Farmers Union. Helps me stay in touch, and I'll come back to that. I also declare I've registered agricultural holding of under 2 hectares from which I derive no income. The Leader helps us all stay in touch. A different publication, Farmers Weekly, in its 10th of February edition, caught the situation in which farming finds itself in relation to the subject farm payments. It said, the Department's record of failure when developing systems to support subsidy payments to farmers does not inspire confidence in its ability to cope with the challenges with Brexit that lie ahead. Continued, at the same time, taxpayers continue to be hit in the pocket by financial penalties arising from the government's failure to deliver the scheme properly. Now, the penalties to which the Farmers Weekly refers are £500 million. The failures it describes are, of course, the Tory failures of the CAP payment system in England. It doesn't let us in Scotland off the hook that they are also in difficulties, very far from it. But it allows us to compare the Tory rhetoric here with their record south of the border. And it's not one that much favours my colleagues on the benches to my left. The chair of the Westminster Public Accounts Committee, chaired by a Labour MP with a Tory MP, Richard Bacon, as deputy chairman, was withering on his party's record there. In fact, Bacon has even written a book called Conundrum, on the nature and causes of overspending, delays and failures in his government schemes and the failures of other governments. In contrast, here we have a government that is fessed up and has acted upon legitimate concerns. A loan scheme introduced to protect the cash flows for farmers. In England, no comparable action. Today's motion asks us to note Audit Scotland's June findings. Let's just do that. It says in the audit report, significant changes to leadership brought renewed effort to respond to risks. Thank you, Cabinet Secretary. It continues, online applications for 2017 opened on time on the 15th of March, and no major system problems were noted in the application period. Thank you, Cabinet Secretary, and thank you for all the hard-working staff at ARE. Now, none of this should be news to Mr Chapman or to me. We were both present at a parliamentarians' meeting with NFUS members, which took place at Thainstone Mark the 28th of April. And we both heard confirmation from active farmers that the application system was working and usable. Doesn't mean the whole system's working, but the bit that farmers interact, it was working. We also heard
the members in his
that
last minute, Mr Chapman,
had declined, and we know the serious pressures there are. I welcome assurance from the UK Government that funding for CAP will continue to 2020, but in the light of withholding over £100 million of convergence funding, I'm a bit sceptical about the outcome. Today's Queen's speech at Westminster says they hope to maintain the scope of devolved decision-making powers after exit. Intensive discussion, consultation with devolved administrations is needed. But there's an agricultural bill has been proposed. I'm going to be quite radical. Why don't we have a joint committee between this Parliament and the Parliament down there to look at that particular bill? Let me just say on an important point, as a computer person, on backup systems, Peter Chapman's entirely wrong. It's only the heritage, the legacy systems that are not backed up, not the new CAP-I system, and all the data was confirmed it would be okay. Let me end with the farming leader. July's edition, the one I have here, 66 pages, not a single word on CAP-IT or any of the failures. Farmers have moved on. Government is moving on with them.
And now you must move on, Mr Stevenson.
Thank you, Presiding Officer.
Thank you.